Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do an empties video for you. I'm sure this lighting is probably going to annoy me a lot more than it will annoy any of you, but I apologise. Anyway, I've got a whole big old bag jam-packed full of empties, so I best get cracking. Let's start with what's on the top. This isn't going in any particular order, I'm just going to pull them right on out. This is the Liz Hot Cloth Cleanser. I really like this. I favourited this, I think, in my last favourites video. That was a monthly one, not a yearly one. I've been really enjoying using this. I think particularly in the winter, although I have combination skin, I find in the winter this is just very nice and soothing to my skin. And yeah, it does what it says. It cleanses your skin, and I think it's pretty good for sensitive skin as well. I just think it's a nice staple product, so I would recommend. Oh, I have got two concealers here. First up, this is the Collection 2000 concealer, the Lasting Perfection concealer, and I use the shade number 1 Fair. Although it looks like I haven't used any of it, I assure you there is not a scrap left in there that I can use. This is a great all-round concealer, whether you want to cover up dark circles under your eyes or blemishes or discoloration on your face. This is a pretty good one and it's pretty cheap. I'm sure you've heard lots and lots about it before, so I won't dwell on it too much, but I do really like this one. Another concealer that I do really like is from Max Factor. This is the Under Eye Master Touch Concealer. This is sort of one of those pen ones, but it has like a doe foot applicator with like a hole in the middle, so they're usually like brush tips, so if you're like more of a doe foot kind of gal, then this might be something for you. But I really like the texture of this one. It's really creamy and really nice on the skin, and it's specifically for under eyes, so I find it doesn't sort of settle in fine lines or dry it weirdly underneath your eyes. But yeah, I would recommend this one as well. Cracking on with hair, I have got this Tresemme Perfectly Undone shampoo. There may well be another one in the bottom of here too. I really like this stuff for my sort of daily shampoo, unless I'm looking to sort of nourish my hair with an extra nourishing formula, or really clean my hair with like an extra sort of cleansing formula. This is just my go-to normal shampoo, and I really like it. Yeah, it sort of says Perfectly Undone. It sort of goes for how I like sort of like tousled, messy hair. It sort of works with that. It doesn't make my hair greasy, and I feel like actually it lets me prolong my hair washing cycle quite well. It doesn't, yeah, as I said, my hair doesn't get that greased with it all that quickly, so I would recommend. Although if my hair does get greasy, I'm gonna need some dry shampoo. I can see, oh, I've got 3 that I can see, 4, 5 that I can see immediately in here. Let's start with these. These are 2 Batiste ones. This is the XXL volume formula. I quite like Batiste. I think, you know, it does what it says, and I think like it's a very bog standard, reliable brand for dry shampoo. I quite like this one, again, because it gives you extra volume, so I tend to use this more for sort of my hair or my head, all my hairs on my head, rather than my fringe, because it can sort of get a bit more sort of matted and gross. This is a really nice dry shampoo come like styling product, so I like these. That's why I've got the big cans of those. Another brand that I actually do quite like for dry shampoo, which is easy to get hold of, is Collab. I've got one in their XX, what do they call it, Extreme Volume formula, and then I've got one in their Sheer and Invisible. So I tend to use this one in my fringe quite a lot, and then I use this one in the back of my hair. But yeah, so I get extra volume in the backs of my hair with this one, and then this one I would say is actually pretty sheer and invisible, I would agree, but it still does something, so I like using this. If you're somebody who has a full fringe like myself, or tends to get greasy fringes, I reckon if you grab one of these are really nice. And I'm actually tempted to get one of the smaller ones to carry around in my bag. But yes, so I like that one for my fringe specifically. But my favourite dry shampoo, I've made no bones about, is the Naughty Mother's Clean Freak dry shampoo. I really like this stuff. I think it's a great all-rounder, although it's mega expensive to buy in the UK, so I tend to only get this once in a while, but this is my favourite out of all of those. Still sticking with hair, I've got quite a lot of hair stuff. Oh, P.S. here's the matching conditioner with this shampoo. Again, I really like this one for sort of my daily use. It nourishes my hair, but doesn't weigh it down and doesn't sort of make it hard to style, so whilst also conditioning it, so I quite like that one. Another conditioner I've got, I actually used this last night, that's when I used this last. This is the Silver Conditioner by Bleach London. I really like Bleach London. I think I've said this before, I definitely was sceptical of the brand and thought it was style over substance, but actually I think they produce really nice products, and there's definitely a market for them, and it's at a really good price point as well. I believe this silver conditioner is around £5. What is annoying is the bottle's a bit of a pain in the ass to get the last bit out, but it does sort of tone your hair, although you may not be able to tell it by my yellow lights. It's actually like sort of taking the brassiness out of my hair, and yeah, I really like Bleach Undone. I think they're really good. I've got some deodorant in here. This is the Mitchum Pure Fresh. The reason I kept this is I want to say I quite like the Pure Fresh scent by Mitchum. I tend to usually use the sort of stick ones by them, but it smells like fresh cotton. So anyway, thought I'd include that one. Okay, bye. There's no need to be rude. Oh, I've got another dry shampoo. This is from Herbal Essences. This is the Clearly Naked sort of natural one they were going for. Bit shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very wet formula, so again, maybe it'd be better for something like in your fringe, whereas if it's sort of more powdery, obviously that can come up, but I found I needed to use a lot for it to sort of work, so I wouldn't get this one again. But I used it up. I've got a couple more styling products here. They're both Tresemme, and they're both again from, although this has got a teeny tiny bit in, it wouldn't come out for love nor money. Anyway, these are both from the styling range, from the Perfectly Undone range. I really like both of these. This one is a salt spray. I do feel like it added texture to my hair without it being too like matted and gross. I tended to put this in my hair when it was wet, and I feel like it helped me style my hair. And this is the sort of sea foam. This reminds me of an Aveda product that I used, which I believe is called Philomian, I don't know. Anyway, they have like sort of a light volumizing foam, sort of foam type mousse thing, and this really reminded me of it. So I feel like it's kind of similar to a mousse without sort of it being so present in your hair. Again, similar to this, like I feel like it worked without being too like matted and gross, basically. So if you want sort of like textured tousled hair without having sort of it feel like you actually haven't washed your hair in like weeks, then these are styling products that I think you should look into. Ooh, I have got one of my in-shower body conditioners by Nivea. I really like this stuff. I'm actually surprised I didn't put it in my favourites video. My yearly favourites video. I suppose I just didn't think of it, but I do think this is a really nice standard product. I don't know, I'm not really into moisturising. I've actually kind of managed to work it into my shower routine, but if you're somebody who doesn't like standing around having like slippy skin, this is a really nice product to have. I know Lush do a couple versions of sort of in-shower conditioners if you want something a little bit more bougie, but get this one on offer in Boots. I really do like it, and it makes your skin nice and soft. Yay! Oh look, I've got another one of the XXL volume dry shampoos. I use a lot of dry shampoo, let me tell you. Right, oh, I've got another hair bit. This is from Head & Shoulders. This is the extra thickening treatment. So what you do with this is it's got like quite a nifty little nozzle. You sort of section your hair off and then rub it into your hair. You can definitely feel it tingling. I don't know if that's sort of just sort of gimmicky, rather to be like, it's doing something, I swear. Basically, it's supposed to like instantly make your hair look more voluminous and also work at the follicle and actually make it sort of thicker or what have you. But to be honest with you, I feel like this is more for people with a lot more fine hair. I tend to turn to sort of thickening or volumizing products because I've got a lot of hair, sort of it's heavy hair, rather than having thin hair that sort of is flat to my head. I think if you have got sort of fine hair, then maybe this is something to look into. But personally, for what I needed, like it did do something, but it wasn't so miraculous that I would purchase it again. Personally, for me, I feel like it's more directed at people with fine hair. So yeah. That's that. I've got a mini protein spray by Label M. I did actually go through a phase of really liking using this stuff. Basically, it's kind of like UV protection, heat protection, and also is supposed to like really help your hair grow. I can't say it necessarily made my hair any longer or anything, but I did like using this, and I think it's one of those products that if you have the full size, which I have had before, you can sort of see a difference over time. But I do really quite like that one. I would recommend. I've got a body wash here. This is the Anatomicals You Need a Blooming Shower Your Nose Smells Rose Body Cleanser. Yeah, that's what it's called. That's a really long name, isn't it? I actually really like this stuff, and I really liked shaving with it in particular. If you fancy treating yourself to a bit more of a swish body wash, but not too swish, I would recommend this one. I know it's obviously a little bit harder to get hold of. I believe I got this in a beauty box way back when, but yes, it's actually really nice to shave with. I believe this is my only micellar solution in here. It's Bioderma. I love this stuff. If you wanted to read any further thoughts that I have on these products, if I've reviewed it down below on my blog, you can read that down below. I'll have it linked. But yeah, spoiler alert, I love Bioderma. So there's that. This is one of Bleach London's cream colours. This is in the colour Sea Punk. I used the whole bottle up. So this one, I feel like each colour varies differently and obviously will react differently to people's hair. But I had to dye this out of my hair. My hair was like properly green because of this one. And to be honest, like if my job didn't sort of prohibit having unnatural hair colours, I would have 100% kept using this and dyeing my hair green because it's fun, and I think dyeing your hair fun colours is fun to do, you know. So this one in particular, I've used the rosé one and I've used this one. I've actually got the purple one somewhere, but I haven't actually got around to using it yet. This is really nice. I really like the colour. I shall probably have some clips of my hair slightly green flowing up in front of you right now so you can sort of see what it looks like. Again, very nice price point. Did what it said. Admittedly, it did not come out in 10 washes, I'll be real with you, but I did really like it. Whilst we're still on Bleach London, I've got 2 of their masks. This is both their reincarnation mask. I actually really like this. Again, the only sort of annoying thing is the packaging. It looks cool, but it's a pain in the ass to get all the product out, but it is actually a really nice, really nourishing mask. So if you need one from the drugstore, I would recommend this one. I've got 2 perfumes lurking around in here. The first one is Naughty Alice by Vivienne Westwood. I think perfumes are very much a personal thing, and I can't tell you what the notes are for this one, but this one is a very nice day perfume, and you know, my name's Alice, so that's why I went for this. But yeah, it's a very nice sort of everyday daily fragrance. I really like this one. And then one that made it into my yearly favourites is the Prada Candy L'Eau. Again, this is a very nice sort of daily fragrance that you can wear. Sort of, I actually think it sort of is just a really nice all-round fragrance. Both I think are fairly sweet, but not over the top, too gross. So I just noticed you can 100% see my boobs, like just straight up see my bosoms. Oh well, I'm 14 minutes into this video, so I'm not refilming this. Anyway, lucky you. But yeah, I would recommend both these fragrances, but then again, I'm not going to buy a fragrance if I don't like it. So I like these. A couple little bits left here. Oh shit, this fucking eyeliner, right? This is the Ico Skinny Liquid Liner in black. Now I had like a sample of this quite a long time ago, and I had then this in my collection. Maybe that's why, because it was unclicked. Anyway, and then I had this in my collection. If you follow me on Snapchat, maybe you would have seen this, but so I ran out of my Kat Von D liner, which is like my holy grail, my fave, I love it. And I thought, yo, I should probably get something out of my stash other than using this, like give something else a go. I went to use this one and I hadn't, like, you can see like how perfect the tip still looks. It's completely dried out. There's nothing coming out, and that really fucked me off because, you know, it was just sat in there and it just dried up all on its own. So that's a pain in the ass, although I have used it before and it was nice, but I'm fucked off with it now because it just dried out. Anyway, I've also got another concealer here. This is the La Touche Magique by L'Oreal. I really like this as a brightening concealer if you're into baking and all that jazz. I think this is really nice too. But yes, I would recommend that one. And I've got 2 skincare bits, then I'm done. First up being the Amore Vita Thermal Cleansing Balm. This stuff is the bomb diggity. I love it, it's great, but it's also £50. So, maybe something to put on, you know, the wish list or to treat yourself with, but it is a fantastic cleanser. Once I got into using it, I really got into using it, and I'm sad that it's gone, but it is truly all gone. But it is a really fantastic cleanser, so if that's something you wanted to invest in, I would 100% recommend this one. It works really well with the Foreo, which I have, or I'm sure it probably work with the Clarisonic as well if you have sort of one of those cleansing brushes, but also it just works well with a cleansing cloth or a cognac sponge if you use any of those. Anyway, it's great. And last but not least, I have an exfoliator. This is from Indeed Labs, and this is one of those powder exfoliators which you add water to and rub on your face. I believe Dermalogica has a rather expensive one. This one's cheaper, and I know Indeed Labs does every now and again go on sale in Boots, so I think it's supposed to be £18. Keep in mind though, this is a powder and then you add it to water, so although you get 75 grams of this product, it's like so much more because you add stuff to it, and it lasts a really long time. I think its price is £18, but I've seen it for, I think I got it for like 15, which, you know, this would last you longer than say 3 bottles of St. Ives scrub, and would be the same price. So it's a bit more of an investment, but it lasts a really long time, and it's really nice too. The reason I haven't repurchased this is I've got a couple other scrubs to use, but I would repurchase this one because I like it. Anyway, that's everything. I hope you liked my severe addiction to dry shampoo. Again, if there's any videos you'd like to see from me, they're linked down below. Subscribe to me if you want to, that'd be fantastic. I've also got all my social media links down below as well if you would like to follow me on those. There is really nothing left in here. Don't do that, Alice. Wait, whoa. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I shall see you very soon. Bye!